bada boom on them. Carolina black and white blue on them. We gon' put that bada boom on them. Carolina black and white blue on them. Top chef, yeah. Back in the kitchen.
Welcome to another episode of Dab Sports, the number one Panther pod. Not just that, number one sports pod, fastest growing in the world in multiple countries. Now we coming live from a hotel in Germany for the Panthers game.
Ich liebe dich, Carolina Panthers.
Yes, hey, that's I love you in German. Yeah, we out here super global.
Yes, sir. A little jet lag from the flight.
Just a little.
Y'all boys stop lying, man.
Yeah, we still in Charlotte.
Still
but
in hometown.
It sounded good. You know the vibes. Like, comment, subscribe. We got Dab Sports. The D. A for the Adam. B for Brandon. AKA Glasses and Hat. We are back.
Going by Bryce this week.
He's going by Bryce. And we all know, if you believe in miracles, a broken clock can be right twice a day. Panthers won a game with Mr. I'm a Bust starting. So, guys, what did you see? Did you like what you saw? Do you have new hope? Timmy.
As far as Sunday, I mean, I like what I saw. The squad fought. That was the biggest thing. We gave up 450 total yards, which, I mean, is what it is with that. We had 0 turnovers. We only had 250 total yards, but we still won, and that's the biggest thing. The boys never gave up. They never quit. There wasn't any lost fight in them. They played all 4 quarters. You can't win in the first quarter. And then I shout out to Bryce because I think Bryce is a big part of why we did win on the game on Sunday. So, I mean, they surprised all of us. The fact that we all picked the Saints to win. So the fact that we 2-0, or not, my fault, not 2-0, but we have 2 wins now. That, I mean, I don't know if I really even seen that coming. So I was proud of the boys. I'm proud of the fight that they put up on Sunday. So
yeah, bro. I mean, shoot. I think that, like you said, just surprised that we've been able to get the win. It's weird because with the Denver game and that game, I felt like there was just one of the main reasons we won is because the other team was leaving opportunities out there. But I can't say I had your initial, what you said, kind of your question was, has any hope been restored or anything like that? I don't think it was enough to give me any extra hope, but just seeing Bryce actually be able to move the football, fellas, was huge, bro. Like our offense, we actually look like a football team, a bad football team, but we still look like a football team. He's able to move the ball. I'm excited to see him going into this week to see if he can kind of
build off the momentum.
Build off of that. Yeah. So obviously, we know you're, the anti-Bryce or whatever you want to call it. Bryce hater number 1. How'd you feel about the game?
Just a couple of stats. His completed average air yards was 4.4 yards. His intended completed air yards was 7.9. So he did a whole lot of dinking and dunking. The ball did not really travel in the air. I think that win was more about the Saints, hence, their coach getting fired. And I do believe that the reason why Canales kind of coached the way he did, very conservative at different points, is because I do believe the losing, I did text you this during the game, the losing coach was going to get fired. I know with Dave being his first year, it sounds a little crazy, but if any owner would fire somebody after, only a handful of games, it's ours. I didn't see much. Coker, still believe in Coker. Hubbard was solid. The defense played.
That's not just shout out to Hubbard.
The defense. If anything, the defense overachieved. I didn't think the defense would play as well as they did. They got some timely stops. Part of that is because Derek Carr kind of turned back into Derek Carr. But to me, it was a bad outcome if Dan or Dave came out of that going, you know what, maybe Bryce ain't that bad. That was a bad game because we're not going to win anything digging and dunking. Like, that last drive had success because he was forced to have to try to throw the ball downfield. But I was prepared for us to have 3 passes behind the line of scrimmage and lose.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at it in the macro sense right there. I think that like generally that has been the best. I mean, I feel like objectively speaking, that's been the best football we've probably seen Bryce play in over a year now, right? I mean, he only got a handful of games this year. The entire last half of the season was trash. So I just felt like it was good to see him step up into the pocket and make some throws confidently on those third down plays where at the beginning of the season, I feel like one of the main reasons he was getting benched is because we needed to get 10 yards, and those are the times you can really pick on him. He was throwing it a yard behind the line of scrimmage. So like, little dunk offs or just check downs really, but he just wasn't trusting the progressions. I mean, he actually was trying to throw some some of them were a little bit of, what do you call them, duck balls, but he was trying to throw some darts over the middle. So
Man, I don't think we would have won the game without Bryce. With him playing the way that he played. I mean, we can say the defense showed up, but they gave up 450 yards passing or total yards. The defense was getting ran all over as usual. Really, the Saints stopped running the ball. But really, the dinking and dunking, if you look at the stats, I went and looked at the next gen stats of Canales' offenses with both the Seahawks and with Baker Mayfield. And if you look at the pass that he threw, both of those quarterbacks were averaging about 8 to 9 throws of screens, whether they were wide receiver or running back screens behind line of scrimmage. So that's just really a part of his offense.
Yeah.
So if you really look at him historically, that's kind of what his offense has been. So I can't really say he's doing anything different or trying to shorten the playbook for Bryce, because it's kind of been proven over the fact that the longevity. The thing that is different with us, we actually are running the ball. If you look at his offenses historically, they haven't ran the ball as well as we have. Even if you look at Tampa Bay, now this year, Tampa Bay, I mean, I think they're the third scoring offense in the whole entire league, and that's with, the same exact offense minus Bucky Irvin. You know what I'm saying? I think the play calling in Tampa Bay is better than ours, with the offensive coordinator, pass game coordinator a little bit better than ours, but I mean, still at the same time, it was the same players that we had. So Canales had the opportunity to do that with them. I mean, so I'm thinking it's a little bit more play calling than it is Bryce to me. I thought he played great.
That sounds good. One thing about this spot is the internet works here, so we can find stuff quickly. Baker Mayfield last year under Dave Canales, his completed air yards was 7 yards versus.
We're talking about air yards, though.
That means the ball traveled.
What really is that?
That means the ball travels.
Did you say Bryce was?
He said Bryce didn't even go past over 5 yards.
No. I'm talking about his actual next gen stats.
So his completed last year was 4.3, and Baker's under Dave's last year was 7.
So I thought you said he was. So all his total for last game was 4.3.
His completed average. So of his average,
that's for one game.
Yeah, for that one game.
Okay, and that's over a season.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I mean, that was my overarching point. It's like, I get what you're saying. In no means can we make an argument that Bryce is a good quarterback yet. We're talking about seeing any type of progression. Yeah. Once again, that's what we saw yesterday is better than what we saw in weeks 1 and 2. That's just.
If he would have showed us what he showed us Sunday, all of any season starting. Last year, we still would have seen him start. That would have gave us some hope. He didn't. He just played way better than he played in any game.
So y'all saw him play good this past game.
We wouldn't have won without, bro.
Hold on. What did you just? He might be saying I said he played good. I just said he showed progression from what he showed in weeks 1 and 2. That's okay. Unobjectively, that's what happened. He played better. So I mean, by any metric, he threw more yards than he had. You know what I'm saying? He scored.
He had
2 touchdowns. Yeah, eye test. I think that whether you're trying to, we're not making the point that we can call him a franchise quarterback yet. I'm just saying, when you asked us to analyze the game and how did Bryce look, he looked better than he has at any point this season.
Okay,
this game he's played to me. So in the Panthers uniform.
So, do you believe with his Brandon's premise that we wouldn't have won that game without him? Like, I feel like Andy wins that game.
No, I'm saying I'm with his premise that in this game in particular, whether it was Andy or him, we needed the quarterback to make plays, and he made them. So whether it looked ugly or whatever, he had to come down and have the game-winning drive. And I mean, I can't. How many game-winning drives has Andy had? I can't necessarily say he definitely would have won that game.
And we can't say Andy. He won out there. We could we can only talk about the guy that was out there. And it was Bryce.
If you don't mind me asking, what big throw did he make on third down? I know there was that one throw that Coker had to climb to the ceiling to go get.
Which was still a great throw.
Radius.
It was still in his great throw.
You know your receiver's catch radius, bro. I mean, it's in his.
Legette's drive over the middle before the final drive before Chuba running in.
This is just what I don't want. I don't want, like, you're nitpicking on a caught pass. If he had an interception that you can nitpick on. He had 10 other incompletions. Why are you nitpicking on the things he did well? You're like,
because
his
if he
completions are only 4
I could
yards.
answer that.
He threw it way over his head. It was a completed ball.
Because if he threw a better ball,
And we
Coker
won.
could have kept running.
He was draped, bro.
No, he wasn't on the throw. I'm talking about. No, he wasn't.
The only big time throw that he did where he
That's what
sailed
the-
it and he had to go up and get
the
it.
Q-
The
the
dude was on
QB
his rib cage.
The QB school dude said the same thing. He's like, okay, he could have put a better ball, but he also said he's nitpicking on that. He said that specifically.
I'm saying, I'm not saying the throw was perfect. I'm just saying it's in his catch radius.
Yeah, he made the catch.
It's like if it's one thing if that was, I'm showing our age here, but Wayne Corbett and you're throwing it that high.
Shout out Wayne Corbett.
Wayne Corbett's 5'8", but this dude has got a catch rate. He's 6'3".
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? It's not like did Bryce have a clean pocket on that throw?
Yeah, he did.
He did.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm not trying to
He
sit
slid a
here
little
and
bit
say
to the
that
right on
he's
it, though.
even
That's
trending
what it was.
towards being elite. And I'm not saying I still want him as our quarterback moving forward. I'm just saying for that game, Bryce played better.
So what would y'all grade his performance?
I give him a C.
From Sunday?
Yeah.
Oh, I give him a B. I give him A minus. It was the best game I've seen him as a Panther.
And you're basing him on his own. I'm just saying based on pure quarterback play.
A pure
I would
quarterback
just say
play?
a C.
I give him
he didn't do anything spectacular, but he did have the game winning drive.
I'll give him a
C.
B minus. He made reasonable plays. The interception I can't put on him. That's legit. He got to do better than that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He grabbed it right out of his hand. There's a couple of throws he could have made. But like I said, I feel like the dinking and dunking is what Canales do. When he opens it up, it's a mess I've seen him as far as look like he's the Alabama Bryce from what I've seen. So
Yeah, I would give him a D plus. Just based off of he gets that D plus based off he did okay, I guess, on that last drive, but yeah, I didn't see it.
You told one of the main things we was arguing about over the weekend was the fact that he wasn't throwing the ball downfield. He didn't. When I looked at his chart, I didn't even count the ones that he had like maybe 2 passes right at the 5-yard line. I didn't even count those. He threw 26 passes. He had 14 past 5 yards. Now he didn't complete. You might be talking about his completions.
Yeah, completion.
But you said he's not throwing the ball.
Yeah, that
he
is
threw
what
the
you
ball
said.
26 times. 14 of them went past the 5-yard line. Bro, you're directly contradicting yourself with that.
Spell it.
My mouth done. Do I look like a child? Do I look like your child?
A little bit, just a little bit.
Come on, man.
Hey, but look, since we handed out grades, let's first start with the
Wasn't that
Mingo
funny,
trade.
You said what?
The Mingo trade.
Okay.
What grade would y'all give that? I would like to go first. I think Dan listened. He finally got true value for it. Somebody, when you look at Hopkins went for a 5th, the fact we got a 4th for Mingo, yeah, we had to add in a 7th, but to get a 4th from Mingo, who has shown, signs of being a very potentially a good, maybe number 3 receiver. I have to give him an A for that. Like the fact he got a 4th when we look at Hopkins got a 5th. That's kind of where I'm at.
He got max value for him. I agree. Yeah, I mean, he got max value for him, especially when you compare him to the other receivers who just went for a conditional 5th. Deontay went for a 5th, or Hopkins went for a conditional 4th, I think. But yeah, I mean, that's good value.
I 100% agree with both of y'all fellas. I give it an A. I mean, we got a 4th back from Mingo. That's really all that's got to be said, bro.
For sure.
To get a 4th
He's
back from
younger
Mingo.
than them other guys, but yeah, I mean, I don't think he's really worth the 4th.
Yeah.
So, good move.
It's a heist.
Okay, and there was one more deal the Panthers made this week. Chuba Hubbard got an extension.
Yes, sir.
How would you guys grade that?
I think it's a win. Go ahead. Carl.
Oh no, I like the move. I think that's solidified the core, solidified our run game for the future. We don't know. I mean, of course, like we already stated, the quarterback's still up in the air, but looks like we got 2 good receivers. We got a good back. We got a good linebacker. So I mean, we can kind of build around those things. We go ahead and re-sign J.C. Horn, which he seems like Dan said that he wasn't on. He declined any kind of interest from any teams as far as trade value for JC. So clearly he's in the future too as well. So I mean, only $15 million guaranteed 4-year deal. Let's go. I like it.
I like it too. I mean, if we get whether we stick with Bryce or we get a new another quarterback, we're gonna need a strong running game. We know Chuba was that. All of us got high hopes for Jonathan. So I'm thinking that's gonna fit directly into the style of football we need to play. Canales' system or not. Panther football is run the football, play defense. Yep. And if we got 2, I said this 3 pods ago. I said ideally I want to keep Chuba and Jonathan, that'd be our 1-2 punch. I'm talking like a double trouble type of thing.
Yeah.
And get Miles up out of here.
Yeah. Miles is who should have been on the trade.
But Miles is definitely, he's been solid for us. I'm not trying to shit on him, whatever, because he's actually turned into like our third down in between the tackles back that I didn't think he was. I always looked at him like he's like almost like a low end version of Saquon and C-Mac, where he wants, if you're in an offense that spreads the ball around heavy and there's a lot of misdirection and stuff like that, yeah, he can eat on the ground, but he's really valuable because he gives you another pass catcher out the backfield. And we really don't need that, so.
Yeah, I would get a transaction, probably a C. I think we kind of he's overpaid for right now. This is putting him in line to be the 9th highest paid running back over the likes of Derrick Henry. And then if we somehow keep Miles, who's making $6 million, that's going to put us at $14 million plus Brooks' contract, which granted it isn't a lot because it's a
rookie deal,
and it's a second round rookie deal at that. So I feel like it's a little overpaid when you look at who Chuba Hubbard is. Like I don't think he's a top 10 back in the league, but
might be.
15 million guaranteed to me isn't bad though.
But even if you look at his production, he's probably in the top half of running backs in the league right now.
Yeah, but he should.
He might be leading the league in touchdowns, or at least top 3 in touchdowns.
I think a lot of times the name on people's jerseys can. It throws it throws people off because I feel like just off of production wise, I mean, he might be performing as like one of a better back in the league. And you got to think this has been off of no consistent passing game. You know what I'm saying? And he's been doing this. He did it 2 years ago. He did it last year. He did it again. He's doing it again now. So
yeah,
I think he earned it.
I think I like Hubbard closer to that Miles Sanders number, around 6. I would feel pretty good about it, but.
He's getting 6 years, but what's his guaranteed money? Because that's what really matters. Because we can cut him.
Guaranteed.
No, I know he got 15. No. I'm saying what Miles get guaranteed.
Because
15 guaranteed.
Miles, I believe it was 3 years. The first 2 was guaranteed. Yep.
If we get 2 years out of him for 15
he's
million,
only 25. I think we can. I feel like he can maybe last the contract.
I think he would. No, I think he will. I'm just saying. I'm just to try. I'm like, so what? That's 17.5, and that's at 2 years minimum. We'll get more than that out of him.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's good value. Like I said, he's been the one bright spot. You reward people like that. He works hard. You know what I mean? I think you reward dudes like that. And like I said, you got to have a strong running game for any situation we are in. Right? We're not getting a veteran quarterback who's really that good. So if we make a quarterback change or we keep our quarterback, it's good to have them too.
I think it just shows good faith in the organization too, especially with everything the free agents and other players have heard. Even some of the player surveys, some of our facilities don't grade as higher than others. But the fact that we're showing that, we're taking care of our guys, our homegrown guys, of course, that's going to put a battery in the pack for JC Horn because he's next to get his money. The only person that really didn't get paid really was Brian Burns, but which we will see him this weekend. But at the same time, like, we're going to pay him that. He didn't translate the winner, so it is what it is.
Okay. Well, let's go out to our brothers and sisters in Germany. How do y'all have this game going? We're going across the pond. At the time of recording, the team hasn't left yet. How do y'all feel about this game? You have us winning. How do you expect it to go? Will neighbors go crazy on us?
Yeah, I'm seeing it 24-14. Well, actually, I'm going to go 21-14. I'm going to go Giants, though, because I do believe that we're going to show like some signs of life on offense. We are going to have a chance to win this game. I just don't believe. I feel like last week, I'm not saying the defense even played good because, like you guys said, we allowed 450 yards, but the other teams was beating themselves, bro. So you know what I mean. There was times where we already just dove into the last game, but the way they ended the last half, they left points on the board there. I don't know what they were doing. They called no timeouts. They had like a minute and a half and they were able to move the ball. They just couldn't punch it in the red zone. So they could have at least tacked on 3 through the field goals there or in a field goal. So I don't know. I'm not trusting our defense. I'm thinking we're still gonna probably lose by about 10 points.
I'm gonna go 17-13 Panthers. I think we're gonna ride off this momentum that we had last week. We're gonna go ahead and hold over the pond. We know Brian Burns better than anybody. He was in our building. I know it's a Brian Burns revenge game against us, but good thing it's not home and it's not in New York, so it's across the pond. So, and Brady Christensen, he actually looked good. He might be our most valuable offensive lineman, man. He looked good. They moved him to left tackle. I don't know if Iggy's situation is, but I think Moton's up for the challenge. Thibodeau is out on the other side. I am worried about Dexter Lawrence. I don't think we have any extra answer up the middle for Dexter Lawrence. So that does worry me about the run game because I don't know if we're going to be able to get off. As much as I don't like the screens, I feel like this is a game where those screens are going to come in play because we don't have a lot of I don't think we're going to have a lot of success up the middle against Dexter Lawrence. He's arguably playing like the best D tackle in the league right now. He could be in the Defensive Player of the Year ratings, but besides that, yeah. So, but I'm going off that momentum, man. I think we rolling. They showed me something last week, so I'm going 17-13. After I just said all that, I still think we're gonna figure out a way, man.
I'm going similar. I have us winning 15-14. I think Neighbors will have a big day. He's on my fantasy team, so I'm kind of hoping that shit too.
JC seatbelt. We need you. Lock him up.
He's gonna have to follow him, and if he don't, he's gonna have a big day. I think they score a couple touchdowns. I think we're gonna end up kicking a lot of field goals. I do think there's gonna be some third downs that die with Bryce on his back. So yeah, I have it 15, 14. What do you have?
I'm gonna say 21-14.
Losing or winning?
Losing.
17-13. That's
okay. So me and Brandon got him winning. You got us losing.
Yeah. So you guys, your confidence is more in the fact that you guys just think the Giants are worse than us.
No, it's not even that. I don't think they're worse than us. I think they are us. I think we just Spider-Man me.
I think their defense is better.
They just have a more elite offensive weapon. They can go crazy. If we say one offensive player in that game go crazy, you had to bet your money. Neighbors is the person you bet on.
Man, I see that.
Anybody.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I actually don't think he would go crazy. I think it'd be more Daniel Jones with the legs. I think Neighbors. I think JC been playing great this year, man. I think JC gonna have to lock Neighbors up. He's still a rookie. There's some things to learn.
Okay,
man,
I can see that.
He's gonna have a lot of opportunities because I mean, when he's healthy, Daniel Jones force feeds him. Yeah. So I mean, he was on pace I think at week 5 to get over 200 receptions or something crazy like that. So I mean, we're gonna see. I mean, if JC gets cooked at least once a game, bro.
He does. So,
you know what I'm saying? I can, if it's a tight game where neither, I mean, it's not like I'm expecting us to score a whole bunch of points. If it's a fourth quarter and it's 13-14 or something like that, or it's even tied, it only takes one play like that for it to break open.
Are you how you defending him though? Are you doubling him? Are you doubling him and then putting JC on Slayton or putting JC on Wayne Dale?
Like when there's a matchup like that,
you gonna let him go one-on-one?
Yeah, I like the one-on-one. I mean, I think that's when those in these days, like I mean, this time where everything is so specialized, I think corners are at least an elite corner is made for that challenge. He wants that challenge.
And he want to get paid.
You want him to really follow. Like that was my biggest thing about Josh Norman when we had him. I wanted him to like follow people, not just shut down 1/3 of the field or 1/2 of the field.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So if I said Neighbors over under on yards 105, y'all taking the over or the under?
I'm gonna probably take the over.
I'm going under on it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got over for sure.
It's hard because you're banking on Daniel Jones to be able to get it to him. Daniel Jones can throw the ball. He just makes dumb decisions.
Yeah, that's been his issue. Yeah, that's his issue. Yeah,
he can deliver the ball,
and he hasn't been able to. I don't know, clear that up or shore that up yet.
I mean, he's not good.
He's just
to me. I mean, you can.
He turned the ball over at Duke too,
though.
though. He turned the ball over at Duke, so
you can have an arm on you and still not be good.
Yeah,
they had decision making, man. He went to Duke. Come on, Daniel, do better, man.
Well, we want to thank y'all again for joining us on this other episode. It's late over here in Germany, so we're going to get ready to call it a quit. But, hey, we just want to say thank y'all again. For the people who don't watch every episode from beginning to end, we appreciate y'all for doing what you do. We're honored by it. We tip our cap to you. For the people who leave comments, shout out Crisco and the Big Cats. We appreciate y'all. Hey, one other thing. I know y'all see D, Adam, Brandon. Shout out to Twan, the producer, #1 power producer in the land.
Yes, sir.
Shout him out. Without him, none of this would be possible. And for y'all, just like, comment, subscribe, share so other people can see the #1 new Panther pod in the land.
9:30 a.m. start. Sunday, 9:30. Don't forget.
Yeah, 9:30. Please get up early. Off to Germany.
9:30.
I'll let y'all.
Yes, sir.